last time you guys remembered seeing Roland?
And welcome back. So, let us know what happened there with the sound, and let me know if you guys can hear in the stream anything, because it seems like we should be able to, but we did have a technical bumble there. I did warn that we were having difficulties. So, yeah, when was the last time you remember seeing Roland?
When was the last time we remember seeing Roland?
The last...
As the storm really set in and became a true blizzard, for lack of a better word, a true sandstorm, you were pretty sure you were with one another for most of it, though nobody's exactly got time or wristwatches. You, with your crystal eye, are going to be okay, because obviously your crystal eye is not going to be affected by sand flying into it. Everyone else, you know the difficulties. This is the situation you're in.
I'm going to... Okay, so Roland is smart. He'll know that when he's lost, you should stay put and wait for people to find him. I'm confident that he knows that. So, I'm going to walk back. I'm gonna get Nyx and Amon to lead, like, the way that they came. And just gonna, like, scream out Roland's name.
Okay.
Alrighty. I'm trying to make sure that I don't metagame with this. So the sand is getting in my eyes, correct?
Yes, so visibility in a sandstorm is reduced to 30 feet. Creatures without glasses, or some form of eye coverings, though Pip's embedded emerald eye would work for that, negates that. Obviously, sand particles are blasting into your eyes, so if you've got anything that you can do or use, then, use it.
This is where prestidigitation comes in. I would like to create 3 pairs of goggles. Because I can create a non-magical trinket or an illusionary image that can fit in my hand and that lasts up to an hour.
A trinket, not 3.
Oh shit, never mind. I'm making 1 and I'm putting it on me.
Okay, that works for you then.
Pigsy does have glasses, though, doesn't he? He has the eagle things.
Well, actually, I got an idea. So, I'm certain that you both invent stuff, so he would have a compass on him, right?
No,
He wouldn't?
probably not.
Oh, I thought because he was an artificer, maybe.
I don't have this on me.
Oh, okay. Never mind then, because I thought that I could send him a message of telling him what direction to walk in, but if he's just hopelessly walking up there, then never mind.
I'm going to use magic hand to cover my eyes, mage hand to cover my eyes, and then I'll walk like that.
That would work.
Yeah.
Or semi-translucent. It would exactly greatly improve your visual distance, but at least you're no longer perceiving a disadvantage.
I'm awesome.
Mr. Abadation.
Rolling.
I'm just gonna shout Roland as well.
Turd face.
Okay. Can Amon
going to-
and Pip make constitution checks, please?
Constitution checks, and I get to do that at disadvantage.
So that would just be adding a modifier to it, right?
Yep.
Damn.
Checks.
What was that noise?
Checks.
So I've been having, for the past few days that I've been using dice rolls, I've been having good luck. I think my luck streak is finally drained. I got a 10.
I got a 4. I'm assuming that means we're exhausted.
Okay, just let me check. Okay. As you call out and scream, you got a 4? And Amon, what did you get?
A 10.
I was screaming as well, you know.
Yes, but they've got the prestidigitation or the thaumaturgy thing on them, so
I'm not casting thaumaturgy.
David put it on you though.
Does that make my mental constitutions?
Because you're the ones that have bonus. So as you call out and try and heave and push and strain with your body to call out and make a loud noise for audible listeners to hear, the strain of it is difficult, and your smaller stature and Amon your difficulty of moving through the storm until this point has rendered you both unable to take in or extrude enough vocalization that you don't think you were successful in Roland hearing you.
So we have to keep calling you.
Who else is helping try and find Roland?
I'm pretending to, but I'm not really.
Okay. Everyone who
Of
is
course you are.
Everyone who
Can I
is trying to help Roland, please make a survival check.
This advantage, I'm giving myself guidance.
I'm also going to slap myself and give myself guidance.
Okay.
Not bad, not bad.
And I'm going to use Fortune's favor. Well, no, I don't have that prepared. Never mind, I don't have it prepared.
Oh,
Okay.
damn, I got 24.
I got a 23.
Okay.
And so, good perception.
I rolled a natural 20. God damn.
Jesus.
You walk for about 10 minutes, moving with your rope kind of taut and held tight. And you're not sure which one it is of you that catches it first, but through the spinning vortex of sand, you catch a glimpse of something red, and then something gold, and then something green, and then something blue, and red, gold, green, blue. And you just see this slow rotation, and you move towards it, and Roland is standing with his head bowed, hand covering his eyes, and he's using the dancing light cantrip to give off light any 20-foot radius around where he is.
I'm gonna run up to him and jump on his back and give him a hug.
He was actually facing the wrong direction, so it's a good thing he stopped. Your party reconnects once more, however the storm does not seem to be giving up at any time in the near future.
Okay, I'm going back to the woods. Roland, please come with me.
Roland goes
Okay,
absolutely...
hey,
it's coming
before-
with you. Thank you very much,
Hang
Amon.
on.
He goes over and gives you a big hug as well.
Wait, for me?
You were the one with the thaumaturgy, right?
Yeah.
Yep, he gives you a big hug.
But all I did
You
was
were
make my voice louder.
Doesn't matter. You came and found him. He put a big hug around you.
Alright, Pixie, do you want to go back to the woods as well, MCL?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So, I'm
Yes,
gonna
yes,
drag
yes,
Roland
yes.
down
So,
to the woods.
Nyax, I'm sorry, but we can't afford to do this again. We should all stick together.
I'm gonna walk 30 feet. Still in the sands, but closer to the forest, to them, so
Okay.
30 feet away from them.
Alright.
Alright.
So,
Sile,
yo,
something rumbles across the environment, and something plucks painfully at a nerve, like an exposed nerve in your teeth. Suddenly, that nerve is just rubbed by sandpaper.
Oh.
hey, God. So, I got like a
You're-
weird feeling. So, I think
Amon,
It's because we're being watched. We just
you
need
now
to
start to feel
carry
it.
on.
You now start to feel it, as if
I don't like that.
a razor blade is being drawn, click, 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 up your spine. And then Pip and Nyax, you feel it almost simultaneously.
Nyax is in the forest.
You both
I'm
feel
not in the
it.
forest.
You both feel it simultaneously.
Dun dun dun.
But at the same time, this weight, as if an immense entity is now watching you.
Can I get the lantern of revealing out of the bag of holding?
Certainly. What does the Lantern of Revealing do?
It reveals everything that's invisible within 30 feet.
Okay, within your visibility range. No.
I'm gonna pass
Nothing.
it down the line of people.
Sile, name a cantrip you have. Name a non-damaging cantrip you have.
Mage hand.
Okay, your mage hand becomes larger. Grows about 4 times in size, and where it was first covering your hand, you now have a full face hand mask.
Damn.
Cool guys. Do I look cool? Like,
We can't
it's
see
uncomfortable, but
everything.
do I look cool?
I'm on.
No. Yes.
Your Eldritch Blast begins to charge in your hand.
I'm going to start pointing it at the sky just so I don't hit anyone.
Okay.
Both hands.
I'm gonna shout. I'm gonna
feeling.
shout over to them. You guys are gonna end up killing yourselves. Each of you are gonna end up
You're gonna
attacking
end up
each
killing
other.
us.
Mage hand. It's doing this thing.
I'm going to dash over towards Nyax because I'm starting to get scared.
How long until the storm is over?
You don't know. Well, actually, roll a nature.
I'm giving myself guidance. Another fucking magic.
Can I also roll a nature? Just for the pure
Certainly.
simple fact that this storm started going on before we took the long rest,
Certainly.
and I would know around how long it would take.
Yeah.
18.
18. What'd you get?
I got a 15.
15 and 18. Okay. Storms tend to build to a peak, and then from there they will subside as their energy is spent. Saya already told you that the transmutation magic in this area is becoming so thick that this area is transmuting itself between dimensions. A storm in a situation like that could have endless amounts of energy. Who has the highest arcana? Who has the highest nature? Who has the highest insight? Who has the highest perception? And who has the highest survival?
I have the highest perception.
So you-
So I have the
You
house on
now
you.
have a bonus person in your.
What is your bonus arcana, CL?
+8.
Alrighty, yep.
What's your insight?
Where were the other skills?
What's your insight, Sale?
4. +4.
Hit. What's yours?
To insight?
Mhm.
+5.
Okay.
Oh, my
So-
insight's 6.
Oh, okay. Then
Oh.
I thought I had a
Ooh.
higher passive perception. What's your perception?
My past perception's... Oh, it's 13, because that's perception, not insight.
Okay. I have the highest perception. Pixie has the highest insight. I assumed that
Okay.
you didn't have insight.
Who has the highest nature?
I only have a +3.
I'm guessing that would be Sile then with a +5.
Yep.
So Sile has got. Is it?
Yeah,
You can turn it down. Sile with nature and arcana. You get the impression that this isn't a storm. It's not a It's not natural. It's not an elemental. It's not a physical phenomenon. This is a magical thing. Who had the highest survival?
I have a 5, but I think Pixie has higher.
Oh, my survival's a 3.
Then I should have been the one that was humming the thing then.
Nyx's survival instincts
Never.
are screaming at her that being inside the forest is wrong. And yet, as Sayal alerts you to the fact that this is not a physical phenomenon, this is magical in nature. Pip
This is more
and
magical.
Twig, you feel the ground tremble across the shifting sands. And a screaming gale. You can feel it more than see it. As if a thunderous train of some sort screams across the landscape for almost a mile in length. It storms across this area, and you can feel it coming towards you from the desert.
We need to get inside the forest. There's a huge wind coming. It's going to knock us all away. We need to get inside the forest, like, now.
What do you do?
What if I just make a wall?
You
Yeah.
can't. This is sand. You tried making one earlier, didn't you?
But I made one last night.
The sand wasn't being whipped around constantly. I'm going inside the forest.
20,
You go inside the forest, you will try to
19.
attack your teammates.
18.
I'm
17.
staying out here. You
I'm
guys
staying with her.
Follow him.
don't know what is in that forest. You go into the forest,
You don't
you
know
will all
what's in the
start
forest either,
attacking.
Nyx.
Just because I don't know the name of it doesn't mean that I don't know what it's
You
capable
think I
of.
don't understand that there's danger in there? There's danger out here too. More imminent danger out here too.
And suddenly, in that last 100 feet, the screaming gale strikes into those that were outside in the storm. Can those in the storm, in the sands, make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Thanks, if I'm remembering.
Yeah, 1 second.
18.
Can
Can I slap guidance on myself or not?
No,
it won't help with a saving throw.
Okay.
Can everyone who's inside the forest roll a D100 for me? 1 to 1 to 49 is good. 50 to 100 is bad.
So I had a nat 20, and so I got a 21.
Okay.
I have a 68.
You got it too.
Okay, so
Oh, I got a 52, sorry.
52. Oh, that's
Do you want me to
That's for
alright,
Pigsy, and then 51. for
Okay.
I have
Pig.
to roll for my steel defender.
yes, please.
Steel defender got 14.
Okay. Oops, Daisy. Nyax and Amon. Amon, you'll take half of this. Nyax, you take 26 points of thunder damage as
It's 18 not a
something-
pass.
no,
God damn.
as something strikes you. It is physical, it is elemental, it is a force of magic manifested in chaos and torment, and it smashes into you. It continues along, and as you are knocked prone, you look down past your feet. You see Amon stagger to the side. However, you look past your feet, and there is perhaps a mile-long trench, about 10 feet deep, that has just been scored in the shifting sands, that is quickly being swirled up again in this vortex. You hear the snapping and crashing of hundreds of trees in the same line being decimated, turned into matchsticks and splinters. Sael, can you make a dexterity saving throw? Pigsy, you got above 50, didn't you?
When you roll it, is the first die like the tens, and then the other one is just like the one?
So
if that makes any sense.
So there's one that has 2 digits, and there's one that has 1 digit. The one with 2 digits is the tens. That's why there's always a 0 after it, and the one with 1 digit is in the ones place. So if you rolled a 5 or a 50 on the big dice, then that's 50 plus 2, which you would have rolled at the one with the single digits.
Correct.
Oh, okay. So that means sorry. Then Pigsy got a 52, and then Twig got a 15. I got Twigs mixed up.
I got a 10.
Okay, Twig doesn't need to make it, Pigsy does.
Okay. Sorry.
Making a dexterity step?
Yes, dexterity saving throw. You don't need to make it, and Roland didn't need to make it, and Twig didn't need to make it. What did Steel Defender get?
My Steel Defender got a 14.
You didn't need to make it.
I'm assuming
A
they
9.
would.
I hate my real dice.
Sile and Pigsy, you are smashed into by... Admittedly, it seems to have been weakened by expending a lot of its force in destroying the trees around you. You only take 15 points of damage.
Only 50.
There is something out there attacking us. We need to get cover from it.
And I'm in the forest.
Yes, you are in the forest now.
Yes, so is
Can people do me a favour and have a look in the stream and let me know if you guys are being heard? Because are you guys being heard?
I'm getting on it right now.
I'm hungry. I want food.
Yeah, we can hear you.
You can hear each other. It says to me that I'm the only thing. Okay, so if I Okay, hold on, let me check roll 20.
Oh, there we are.
There you are.
It just updated.
Okay, there you go.
Emma, can you keep on talking for a second?
Me?
Yeah,
Wait.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we can hear each other.
you can. Okay, cool. In that case, we're all good. I don't know what's going on there. Seems very odd. Okay, well, if you guys can hear each other, then we'll continue like this. Hopefully the audio isn't being too badly affected. If it is, let me know. Okay, so with that, this 20-foot wide, about 10-foot deep trench has been just scored across here, and there's crackling levels of electricity and thunder, and you can hear whatever it was that swooshed by. It was huge. Like, as the trees splintered, Pip, you cast back and you can see Nax embedded a couple of inches into the sand. It's just been pressed into it. And this trench is in a straight line way out to somewhere. And it's, for that brief moment, it's as if Moses has parted the sand sea and this huge gulf stretches out until it nearly reaches the horizon. It's something you just scored along, and then it's ended somewhere in the trees. You can see some of the treetops have been chopped as if by an invisible axe, or broken by the invisible fist.
We need to go into the forest.
Can everybody make a survival check, please?
Yeah, Captain. So what are we doing?
Everyone make survival check, DC 15.
17.
Can I stop myself with that?
Nope.
No?
This has to be right now.
Just to make sure I'm getting the right one. Survival. I need to fucking put this one off.
Hey, got a 19.
You said the thing was 15?
15, yes.
So what if we land on 15?
That's a success.
Okay, I defeated.
So, anyone get less than 15?
Yes.
Okay, you got less than 15?
Yes.
Anyone else get less than 15?
Nope.
In the confusion, you're not sure where Pip has gone.
Oh, fuck. God damn it, Pip.
What do you mean, goddammit, Pip? It's Nyax's fault that everyone keeps getting lost.
You just got yourself lost.
You were in the forest. How can you blame me?
You being out in the desert getting attacked by some fucking monster out there.
Either
That's
way,
what
we
got me
still
lost.
been attacked if we went into the forest.
Yeah.
Not
It
by a
just
fucking
charged
desert
through the
monster.
Alright.
I'm just gonna stay put until they find me because I know that that's the smart thing to do when you're lost. I don't know what I can do though. I'm gonna make artificial light rocks and throw them.
Okay.
I'm going to look to see where that fucking creature went and see if it's coming back.
Okay, roll a perception check with... yeah, you just got a standard perception check.
Can I look for them? Can I like look
can I
around
set
and
myself
stay in the
guidance?
same spot? Perception?
Yep. Yes, you can.
Myself
Yes, you can.
You slapping your ass.
It's a 14. No, not 14. That was 8 plus 12, so 17.
8 plus 12 is
I got
17.
19.
8 plus 12? I mean, 8 plus 4 is 12, plus
Yes.
5 is 17.
Okay.
I was doing math in my head while I was talking.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So 8 plus 12 is 17. What did you get, Nyax and Amon?
For my perception check,
Mm-hmm.
I got a 19.
18?
6.
6. This would be survival to try and find Pip.
I'm gonna start shouting out name and
Okay. You are not sure where Pip has gone, Pip. You stay put and try and cast around, but the storm is also including and is now... It's even though the foliage is thick, it is not so thick to get rid of a dust storm. Your visibility is still hampered, and you still do not see where anyone is. Yes, that's it's ability check though. That's why you're still at disadvantage because you're exhausted. Amon, you search along the groove, searching for what this thing was, and then your eyes move skyward. The storm is alive.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to quickly tap myself with thaumaturgy, voice boom times 3, and just say the sky is alive, because I don't know how far away everyone is, and I just want to make sure everyone can hear me.
So this is the first time this has ever happened to me in a game. Every spellcaster make a saving throw with your save spell, with your save statistic. So for example, Amon it's charisma, with Style it's intelligence, with Pigsy it's wisdom, against your own save DC.
With me, it's intelligence. Okay.
Against my own spell save DC?
Yep.
I fail.
Okay.
Wait, it's an intelligence saving throw, right?
Hey,
yes.
natural 20. What's up? Hey, 22. I
an
passed my
intelligence?
own spell save DC.
Yours intelligence.
Saving throw.
Yep, saving throw.
Yo, I'm trash against myself.
I still fail. I remembered that I got fucking proficiency in intelligence saving. The first time I've ever used an intelligence saving throw!
Woo! Broken the bank! Okay, so, Amon, did you succeed?
Yeah, I passed. Even
Sile.
with my normal roll.
Sile, did you pass?
Yeah, I got a 23.
Nyax, did you pass?
why am I'm stop.
Yes,
You
are.
have spellcasters.
I think everyone has spellcaster.
Pigsy, you passed?
I failed.
Okay. Name a cantrip.
A cantrip that I have?
Yeah.
Mending.
Mending. The tree next to you mends. You didn't do it. You don't know how it happened, but the magic just went off.
Okay, baby tree, now that I killed you, you'll be my friend, right? That was totally on purpose.
As you say that, the mark where you healed up opened into a mouth.
I'm I'm gonna take that as we're friends.
Okay. Pip is still lost.
Pip is lost. Pip is calling out for friends. Friends.
Lie on a train.
Save me. Hello. Twig. Steel Defender. Someone. Hell, I'd even take Solel right now. Hello? Please?
I will scour the place. I will climb up a tree.
Okay, survival check.
I will.
I'm gonna feel like I'm looking for him and have people think I'm looking for him. I'm gonna scour the whole neighborhood.
You know, Roland knows that I have items on me. He could locate an object and find me.
That's actually a very good shout.
CL needs to come back in. He's in D&D again.
Someone drag him in, please.
I don't.
Oh, never mind. How does he keep getting out?
You can just leave. You can leave whenever you want.
I'm going to give him...
It's just cut out. Okay, can I do something too?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so I'd like to use Find Familiar to summon Black Chungus, and then I'd have him sniff all of us for a scent of wait, who's lost? She never changed her name, so
Pip.
Oh shit, I never changed my name.
To get Pip's scent and track her down.
Okay. Okay. Roll for your familiar. Just a standard roll. The advantage cancels out the disadvantage for the storm, so just straight roll.
Someone help me. Please, please, please.
Can
I need help. Find me.
Yes? What'd you get? Natural 20! Okay. Black Chungus. Moves much further than you should have needed to move to find Pip. You move perhaps 40 or 50 feet before finding Pip about 30 or so feet into the forest.
Pip is literally crying. She's scared and she wants to go farther into the forest.
By the way, that was an hour's worth of searching.
Oh my god. We need to go further in. We're wasting time. We're not going to get there on time.
That's the person who got lost.
Mm-hmm.
We need to have a way that we can all attach ourselves.
Is there...
That's not going to stop us getting turned around in the storm.
Tie ourselves together.
Is the storm still in 30 feet in or whatever?
Oh yeah.
It is?
This storm is about 8 miles wide, and as Amon's telling you, it's alive.
We just need to go farther in the forest to be a little bit... We just need to get in the forest to, like, have cover from some of it. Like, it hits less... The creature itself hits less hard in the trees. We travel faster in the trees so we can get out of it faster, and we won't be wasting time. We've wasted, like, 4 hours now fucking around in this storm, and we're supposed to be on a time limit to get there on time, which you were so adamant about last night to push your team members to exhaustion last night, yet now you want to walk out in the storm and get lost all day.
Saving you. Just don't worry about that. Oh, Black
Now's not the time, CL.
Listen, I saved her.
We know you saved her, okay, but now's not the time. I'm trying to figure out what we need to do. Okay, yes, you guys helped. Bravo. Applause. Well, now let's think of what we need to freaking do, okay? That storm is alive. We need to find a way to make it so we're not going to fucking argue, and we're just going to get through this, get out of the storm, so we don't have to worry about that fucking blast it just gave us. Sounds good.
We need to go through the forest to get out of the storm.
Do you not think that there is a reason why that storm is there in the first place?
It's called the shifting, and that's probably why.
Thank you. that being under trees would make it easier to be away from the storm? Do you think that we can fight the sky? Is that what you're suggesting here, Nyx? That we get rid of the storm ourselves because
you think that you can freaking keep your mind sane?
I think that we have a cleric on our side that knows how to get rid of the disease. I think that you have plenty of capable team members. And if we need help, we can help each other. I understand that, Nyx, but you need to have faith in your teammates.
If we stayed together whilst we were outside, we would have been able to...
No, we wouldn't have. We still would have gotten turned around. We would have gotten exhausted. You are not thinking about everyone else here. I understand that you're afraid, but this is not something that we can do.
Right. We stay in here long enough. There is more than the disease that is here.
No shit.
We will end up killing each other.
We are not going to be staying in here that long. You have plenty of capable teammates with lots of magic. I have faith.
That storm is magical. We don't.
Wow, I wouldn't have guessed that it's magical.
That's why I was trying to say we should have kept on moving last night whilst the storm was away from us.
You're trying to kill us then. We cannot move through exhaustion.
I think it might be JC's side.
What?
It's because,
I think you're echoing.
Yeah, my headphones died and this is part of the technical debate. Yeah, I know I'm echoing, sorry. Especially when it's loud.
Is there any way that you can put your headset in and then
no, you can't.
Adjustments?
1 second. Let me put them.
You have your wired headphones.
I'll try the wired headphones and see if that works.
Should we take a suggestion from the stream chat?
Nope, you can't use the stream. You can't use the stream with an extra helping tool. You guys need to do this on your own. Bad stream.
No.
Bad stream. No helping.
No, he's not. The person's
he wants
not
us to kill
helping.
this guy.
They're just agreeing with killing.
We can't kill this guy.
Kill this guy.
Honestly, that's all in boss battle.
Question: is my hand still charged with my Eldritch Blast?
No, they have discharged. I can't. This is the problem. I can't get.
Oh, there's the sound.
I do that. No, that's not working. Hold on, let me put my.
I can leave Discord on my phone. And
No, it's okay. I'll put these back in. They charge pretty quickly, but it's just. Right.
So.
We need to tie ourselves together.
we need to move
First
forward
off,
into
that's
the-
what we need to do.
Yeah.
I agree. Tie yourselves together first.
We gotta what?
CL, stop complaining. I'm gonna take out
I did
my...
try to say that we should tie ourselves together in the first place,
Stop with
but
your self-righteous shit, Nyx. Come on. You also said you didn't
no,
move into the
you should
forest
stop.
until we lost
You should
Poland and
stop
lost
complaining
Inferno.
and stop.
Ladies,
forget everything you wanted. I said
ladies.
things would happen. You should listen to me in the first place, and then maybe things would not have
Nyx, I'll
happened
do
the way they
everything
did.
that you say because you're the princess and you know everything that's right. All right. What should we do next, Your Majesty?
You need to
shit.
stop being so high and mighty yourself. If you would have done the tying ourselves together, we wouldn't have lost people and lost an hour worth of trying to find people in the first place.
And we would have gotten exhausted in the sand.
Actually, I'm sorry, ladies. I gotta break you up. It's both of you guys' fault. Because had we stayed together, only one of us probably would have been lost. Because Roland was lost in the sands, but Pip was lost inside the woods. So it's both of you guys' fault.
How about we stop paying the
No,
blame
not
on
if we-
people?
Not if we would have tied ourselves with a rope together.
That's so sticky, though.
Okay, let's... CL, shut the fuck up. Okay? Good. You're not helping. Alrighty. Just tie the rope together, no more bickering, and let's get a fucking move on, please. And thank you. Courtesy of Amon.
Sile, Amon, and Pigsy, can you make the saving throw with your casting ability against your own saving throw?
Why don't you ask people?
Again?
Roland's a full caster.
Jesus.
He's a full caster.
21, I succeed.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I do.
You don't know that.
It's against our spell DC, right?
Yeah, your own DC.
Yeah, I succeed.
You don't know what your own DC is.
So succeed.
Yes, Pigsy.
Do I get gnome cunning against it? Like, do I get advantage on myself? Because if I do, 19 if I
No,
don't.
you do not get it against yourself.
Wait, I don't, but I'm using it on myself.
It's not. Well, this is a magical effect, so yes, you do. Actually, you do.
Alright, 19.
Okay. Do you all succeed?
I succeed.
Oh yeah, it's 15 or higher, right? Yeah, so I can see.
No, it's against your own DC.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
then yes I do.
Okay, as this is going on, the emotional event of these two arguing seems to charge the atmosphere somehow, and in so doing, your magic seems to be responding to it. And as you clamp down and push it away and try to stop it acting on this turbulent environment of storm, of wind, of sand, of howling gale, of lightning cracks, of people screaming, emotions going high, sassiness, and hurt feelings going around. It's so visceral, and your magic wants to be part of it. But you stop it. You clamp down on it. You take a breath.
God.
That energy is still there in the air, ready, hungry, looking for something.
Okay. So since I just felt this, I'm going to look. At least, can I see that those two felt it too?
Which two?
You don't know who outside of you. Actually, make an insight.
Okay.
Make an
Insight? Alrighty.
Yeah.
So that's going to be that plus this equals this. 23.
Natural
You
20.
catch Pigsy and Saya kind of do that look and snap towards one another. You three seem to have shared a empathic moment.
Did we lock eyes?
I quickly say Roland, Pip, and Nyax, and I tell them that the more that there's emotional, like stronger emotions are going to start setting off our three magics. We need to try keeping our emotions in check and not let our emotions get the better of us. This could also be what's possibly charging up the storm to make stronger attacks.
Smart. That's smart.
That obviously makes no sense.
It makes perfect sense because I think you guys just felt it too.
No, I didn't.
I just felt
Make a
it.
deception.
I
Make a deception. Well, actually,
What is my
Right.
make. Well, never mind. Are you rolling your real dice? Pigsy, are you rolling your real dice?
Will dice? For why?
Real.
Oh, real dice, yes I did. Yeah.
Okay, keep that number to yourself.
Okay, I got it.
Pixie and Amon sound alike. Just saying.
Huh?
How?
Nothing. That's just. I'm the only one who thinks that.
They kind of do.
My voice is deeper than Pigsy's.
I can see it.
Yeah, but only by a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
And the time continues to tick by.
Alrighty, so let's tie ourselves together, keep our emotions in check, and just keep a calm head, and we can get through this. Okay?
Yeah. I don't stink. Just letting you guys know.
As I'm... No one cares if you stink right now, CL.
I do.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna tie around myself one end of the rope around my waist. And then I'm going to hand it to the closest person near me.
Who's the shortest person in the group? You,
Okay,
right?
so, if everyone is tying themselves together, please put yourself in a marching order on the map. So I and everyone else who is watching knows what is going on and where people are, and it is single file, no side by side.
Okay, so
You
I'll...
have 5 foot gap between each other, otherwise you will literally be, poking each other with sticks and whatnot.
Yeah, but I enjoy doing that.
I know you do, but, this is Nyax, not Allura.
Gaff.
Get that twig back there.
Shouldn't we be near...
Who just moved my character?
I just ate your
Who's just
character. Oh
throwing
my god.
twig around?
I ate it. I'm sorry. It's
you,
only.
you can move a little bit further forward so people aren't like pushed off the back of the map.
I know.
No, what's happening?
David.
I don't know. I'm...
Steel Defender's next to you. No, that would be him.
Why am I way up there? Who fucking... Stop moving.
Because you're in the middle.
This is
No,
amazing.
someone just moved me way up here. Hey, do I have a question? Do we have our characters just for us?
I want to know what.
We did it.
CL, we have to
There.
be single file. Your familiar cannot be next to you.
Get Black Chungus back there.
There we go.
Okay, so
He's
we
not
have the
He
order.
has a name.
Wait, sorry. Nyax and I have to switch. There we go.
Good grief!
We did it! Good job, guys. This is the only thing we can actually do together.
Also, you said adults.
I don't see why I'm at that.
He's technically an adult.
No, he's not.
In the UK would be.
In the UK, but not in the US.
Well-
Where he lives, so that's where it
Hey,
matters.
Jasmine, 19 days. 19 days and I'll be an official adult, so
Not yet,
hush hush.
So,
Quiet down and have your sippy cup. Don't make me have that.
Oh,
Okay,
CL wants it half time.
Can Pigsy, you and Nyax are helming this. You haven't
Yes,
really
sir.
not decided which direction you're going to go, but you have the option. Do you tread back into the storm, or do you head further into the jungle?
We're 30 feet in right now. We should just say 30 feet right in.
it's not. No, it's wrong. 30 feet into the woods.
Okay, so you're staying where the
Yeah.
storm can reach you. Okay. Can you make a survival roll? Please? Just
Like, me?
Just two.
Pigsy.
Okay, do I get advantage if Nyax is pointing on the map?
You have a flat roll because you are a ranger and have the natural explorer class feature along with various other ranger
Ooh.
things. And a
Okay,
monkey.
well, flat roll would be 17.
17. You make steady progress for the next hour, and with your emotions calm, you do not feel. Sile, you being the most attuned to the weave, definitely feel a level of your magic burbling and having minor reactions with things, just occasionally a bit of static going up your arm, or randomly one half of your hair is standing on end while the other hand is completely flat, and as you move your head around on your shoulders and do the pigeon bob, as you can like move your head around in this area, you can feel roughly where the static cone is, and you direct people to go around it. And for the next hour you do make movement, however the storm is showing signs of abating. Can everybody make survival rolls, please?
Oh yeah. This is
7.
Oh shit.
Okay, can I get Pigsy?
15.
Okay, Nyax.
17.
Twig.
2.
Come on. Come on.
David.
Come on. Skipping him on.
He's dead!
Steel Defender.
Oh fuck. Does he get to? No, he's not exhausted.
12. Hit.
Let's see if he has a plus. Well, I got a 2.
Roland. Let me roll for a roll.
Imagining
Okay, survival is what? Wisdom or intelligence?
Wisdom.
Okay, you got flat level. If it had been an intelligence roll, it would have been an 8.
Sael.
What are we rolling?
He rolled an 8.
Okay. Survival.
I got an
Thank you,
8.
sorry, I had to go get dinner.
That's fine.
And
Okay. Sael, can you... Oh, shit. Can you make an Arcana check, please? Sael?
Grade.
yeah.
Can you make a survival... not a survival, an Arcana check, please?
Oh, okay.
Two. Everyone who got less than 15, can you all make dexterity saving throws, please, as Sael calls out, as you suddenly feel a huge swell of transmutation magic burble up in the area, and you're pretty sure that those who are unawares, such as those who are low in survival, are about to step and bumble into it. This would be a disadvantage as you are tied together.
Stop. I reluctantly come.
I believe I'm on.
Hey JC, the person... Yeah, I failed. Hey JC, just let you know, our lovely viewer ended up getting a 17.
Yeah, I like that rolling one. They do not get teleported. However, Amon, what did you get for your dexterity saving throw with disadvantage?
I got a 4 with disadvantage.
Pip.
Pip got an 15. Her steel defender got a 9.
Okay. Amon and Steel Defender.
Mm-hmm.
Twig
A
got
large,
15, I don't know if that
dense
matters.
pop, followed by purple fumes, as faint smell of sulfur tinged with decay. A level of necrosis wears away at the rope, and you watch it turn to ash where the ends would have connected Amon and the Steel Defender together. The rope is now severed. You have two groups. Amon and the Steel Defender are not to be seen.
If we had just tied ourselves together in the first place, like I said we should do, then nobody would have gotten lost.
Pip, that is not helping.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Sael,
Onward!
can you figure out
Can we
what
still
happened?
see them? Can we still see them?
I've just moved them out of the line for the moment.
I'd say they were just they stepped into teleportation.
Can I tap myself and use thaumaturgy to make my voice louder once again to try yelling to see if they can hear me?
We will get to you in one moment.
Alrighty.
Okay. Roland turns to Sael. What was that?
Her guess is as good as mine. Can I roll for what would it be? Arcana?
You can roll an investigation of the area, trying to figure out what is going on.
Natural one. Goddamn.
You go up to it, and everyone else, you watch as Sael, bleary, tired, exhausted, clearly had enough with you people, investigate the area that the people were not in. He's investigating the wrong area. He's investigating that side. He's gone up to the area, turned around, and is now looking at where Pip was standing, and not where Amon and the Steel Defender were standing.
Don't take it the wrong way. I'm just looking over here first. I'll get over there when I get over there. Don't rush me.
Well, we're on a time crunch, so we have to rush you.
Okay, look. Can I just do the same thing I did with Pip and just have Black Chungus sniff them out?
You can certainly try that if you wish. Anyone else got any ideas? Feel free to shout them out. I can give it a try. My battery's running low.
Nyax?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure, like, I don't want to get on this topic again, but I'm pretty sure it's the shifting sands because it teleports people, and I know you don't want to risk being in the forest, but I think being out of the storm is what we need to be, because if we're still in the storm, people are just going to teleport randomly around the shifting sands. Next thing you know, we're so far north, we won't be able to make there in time. So I think we should risk...
He said that it was transmutation magic. Transmutation magic is what's in the forest.
That's fine. I think.
I rolled an 11.
An 11 for investigation. Yeah.
No.
As I say, you're not really looking. Oh, sorry, with Black Chungus. He goes over and starts sniffing around the area, and he moves up to the area where they were in, but seems hesitant to move over and into the area. He kind of moves in that uncertain, goading phase of like moving very close to a predator and like twitching back. It's move forward, an inch back, an inch forward, back. Certainly. You toss it into the area. It goes into it, and very you notice it's fall much slower before it eventually.
Nice, they're evaporating.
It's Black Chungus!
No!
God. Oh, check out.
Black Chungus is
Reed,
fine.
your mic
It's
is
the, it was the stone that was thrown in that has been teleported.
Okay. Well, let's go in together. We should just go in because obviously, it was a teleportation.
We don't know where that leads, and Ryan is very determined to get us to the.
We're in the forest right now. Literally in the forest.
But we're still in the storm.
No matter, we'll have to walk for literally hours on end to get out of the storm.
Guys, just look. We gotta take this risk, man. We need both of them guys.
We don't know where we would be though.
We don't really need them.
Still go through it myself.
I mean, I
without
can
you guys.
Steel Defender tonight.
While all
one of them literally has an IQ of 0.
While this is going on, Amon, you are wandering and walking, following the heavy foot impressions of the Steel Defender, knowing that where it has stepped, it is clearly safe to step.
No, he was before the Steel Defender.
Don't argue.
Okay then. Ruined my narrative that I was building here. Okay, fine then. Amon, as you are walking along in the footpath, being careful where you put your feet, and the Steel Defender mimicking you, because clearly where you have stepped, the Steel Defender knows it is safe. Happy?
Yeah.
As you move into this area, you feel as if you stepped into a bubble. The only way you can explain it, you've never been inside a bubble before, but you can now safely say that you have. Because as you step into it, you can feel this very thin membrane of something. As if a faint tickling of strands suddenly opened up and enveloped you. As you stepped and kind of rose your head up to look around, you turned back just in time to see the Steel Defender take that final mechanical step into this area. And the two of you are whisked through space and time.
Oh no.
The ground you stand upon suddenly stretches out to an expanse in excess of hundreds of feet. And at its perimeter you can see this radiating eldritch energy. Purple yet lightning lights. Constantly cycling upwards as you glance up into this huge dome of some sort. Particles of dust and ash. This black sand-like substance comes falling down upon you. No matter what you can do, no matter how you move, you just can't seem to get out of it. It falls thicker than rain. And then you notice something big.
Uh-oh.
Something
Num 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 num.
purple.
It's a giant
Something
dildo.
with claws and fangs.
So he's back.
And wings.
It's a dragon.
And a long prehensile neck.
Aww.
And as you watch in, well, whatever it is that you feel in this moment, this entity seems to rise from a heavy impact that you obviously just missed.
Tuning gods! You will not defeat me so soon! Come back and face me!
And he stands up and rises up, and his huge form casts around. But you also notice he's wounded. One arm or one leg, a forearm, foreclaw is cradled to his chest, and you can definitely see there's a bend, a bruise, a fracture of some sort to a wing as it stands up and this kind of energy pools from its mouth. It casts around in as much confusion as you are. The Steel Defender looks at you and shrugs. What would you like to do?
Can I roll an insight to see if this thing is going to be friendly towards me or not?
Certainly.
Thank goodness. I'm gonna be fucking using all brain power for this moment.
Apparently
no,
not.
9. No, apparently not. I got a 9.
You did call it a big, giant dildo, purple dildo, don't forget.
No, I
think you have luck though,
Well-
right?
No, that's me.
what?
No, there's various people in this party that have that. He is not one of them. With a
No, I thought you
9,
meant inspiration, that's what I meant.
Would you like to use your DM inspiration?
You know what? Yeah, let's use it. Along with that, I'm gonna stop myself with guidance.
Okay.
Oh well, I'm just gonna overkill it at this point. 23.
23. In your horrifying state of oh my god, you reckon the dragon hasn't quite seen you or taken notice of you yet and is looking around up into the black expanse of this eldritch vortex, looking for something that perhaps it was once facing, and hasn't seen you yet. But with that high, I would also say that it is in battle mode. This thing, it's as if you have just stepped into mid-initiative of some form of combat with this creature.
Fuck. I would. I gotta think about this wisely. Okay. So I have freedom of movement right now, right?
What do you mean freedom of movement?
Like, I'm not trapped by anything.
No, you're not trapped by anything.
Like, alrighty. Can I cautiously... Wait, so is there... I'm asking a lot of questions right now, that after I'm trying to stay in action. Is there earth around me by chance?
There's this sand of some sort.
Before I try going close, can I just, like, try to slightly move it to see if I can actually move it with my mold earth cantrip?
Loose sand, and as you can, like, activate your magic, I'm gonna begin to move the dirt and the sand of the dragon's neck.
Oh shit. I mean no harm, I need more.
Sexual intentions! Sexual alignment!
My alignment is...
Are you of the habitat?
Good.
Or do you seek the gods?
Of what?
He lunges towards you.
Oh no.
I would, what? Oh no!
So, I don't really think we should need to be able to find him, right? Because one of them has an IQ of like 4, and the other one's a robot.
I'm gonna slap pigs in the back of the head. Shh. I'm gonna pull out Lyria. I know that she's gonna have difficulty flying in the area, but yeah. I'm gonna try and set her off to try and look for him.
Okay. Lyra goes into the area, seems to slow for a moment, and then your connection to her is lost. What is this magic? Can anyone detect it? Can anyone dispel it?
Yeah, hold up. I got counters. Oh. No.
You counterspell what seems to be a portal. We could lose a man forever.
Yeah. So I say we just go in there. Oh wait. How about this? Hey, aren't me and Black Chungus like linked? Like I can see through his eyes.
That's what Nyax tried to do with her her familiar. She did it with Lyra, a blue jay, or I think it was a blue jay.
Black Chungus though, he built different.
He built different. He
Send him through the portal.
You send him through the portal?
Yeah.
Okay. He bounds through, slows for a moment, and then disappears. Your connection is severed.
Okay. No! Oh my god! I killed him. I fucking killed. Oh my god. Can Shadow Masters even die? Don't familiars just like go back to the plane they came from?
Do we know that this is teleportation?
You don't actually know what it is at the moment.
Yeah, Pip is dead set on the fact that they've evaporated.
Can someone
All I'm saying
try
is we
and
can
figure
build a
out?
new steel defender.
Someone try and figure out what it is, please.
We already tried, and he was.
Can I try to make a roll to figure it out?
Roland tried, didn't he?
Nope.
Roland, I told you to try.
I don't have the magic for this.
Why not?
I'm a smith. I put magic into things. I don't identify them. I mean, I can.
I'm gonna identify the ground.
Do you?
I have to cast a spell slot.
Do you?
Ritual class day for 10 minutes. Take 10 minutes of your
goes over to the
time.
area
Oh, I fucking have to touch the ground.
and places Fate right on the edge of it and begins creating a small aura around a section of this as you cast the identify spell. And is it an action or is it a minute?
It's an action.
This is some form of portal to a demi-plane of some sorts. It is a connection to a vast expanse of something that It incredibly excites Fate. It is a weave. It's an opening. It's a portal. It's a gateway. It's a legend. It's living.
Weave wants to go in, not Weave. Fate wants to go inside.
No!
No?
But it is the weave.
You don't want to go in it.
It is the weave. It is the legend. It is alive. It is good. It is circular. A thing still alive from a time trapped.
I'm gonna shrug and say, Fate says it's good, but I'm gonna step on it.
Really?
Oh.
Okay.
I'm going through.
I'm pretty sure Nyack said that if somebody gets sucked up in a portal, we're leaving them.
Well,
Pigsy, I know I'm not here, but Pigsy, fuck you.
That's what she said. She said that though. She said if somebody gets sucked up in a portal, we're literally leaving them there. Because we got a mission to do.
She takes a moment and goes, waves, and you are teleported.
Not falling behind
Saya
her.
goes, okay then. And I think Saya also goes into the portal, correct?
You damn right. I gotta go find my boy.
And goes into the portal with Pip, the two of them. And they're not there. Back over to the other
they're
side.
dead.
I'm on. A dragon is lunging at you. You have
I
plenty
would
of time
like
to
to I have plenty of time to think.
You've had plenty of time to think. What are you doing?
Oh, yeah. I already was trying to use say my action. Before it got switched back over. I want to use Dimension Door, quickly grab the Steel Defender, and teleport 250 feet in the opposite, as far as away as 250 feet away from the dragon.
You teleport 250 feet away, and you are perhaps 50 feet from the edge of this circling vortex, and it is literally.
Oh shit!
It's as if you have stuck your head in a blender. It is the sound
Alrighty.
of 1,000 blades shattering at once, mixed with the greatest thunderbolt striking against the top of a lightning rod. It is near deafening to be this close to whatever it is, and yet it continues to rocket over. And being this close, you now notice that the ground underneath you, as it touches and comes into contact with it, it is being pulled up this substance to fall back down again. Whatever was once here is being atomized by this thing going forward. Behind you, though, the dragon snaps, yells and roars, and then casts around and looks for you.
Servant of the death! I will not be your puppet!
Oops.
I'm not. Hang on. I'm not a servant of death.
You take me for a fool!
And he
awkwardly, you know what?
into the air and starts to fly towards you as a blue jay appears behind you.
Wait, hang on. So this dimension, fuck, I don't think mine was part of the Death Trio.
Neurological misfires go forward as a blue jay flips around and starts flying around in the area, and suddenly Black Chungus appears and pounce and starts.
Hi, boy.
He's where you teleported from, though, and the dragon seems to notice this and turns around.
You bring reinforcements to flank me!
No, I didn't bring reinforcements. I am telling you, I am not part of the Deathly Trio. I'm not a servant of the Deathly Trio. I'm trying to stop the Deathly Trio along with my companions. Those two are their familiars. We're not trying to harm you, and we're not part of them. Please, just hear us out. I know you're injured. We have a healer who can heal you. Just please. Holy shit, I can't breathe.
Make a persuasion.
Oh no. Can I slap guidance on myself, or is that too late?
Dude, no. This is you need to be fast when you're speaking to this thing.
16.
That shouldn't be an issue.
16. He seems to ponder this just as Pip and Sael, you arrive.
God damn it, you two!
There's a motherfucking dragon.
God,
right there!
Can I yell real quick to say don't attack it?
Wasn't gonna. It's a dragon.
I don't care. I'm not talking to
wounded
you.
dragon too.
I was mainly talking about CL to not attack it.
Giving Black Chungus a hug. Didn't care about you. I jumped in for
Dragon
him.
seems to flurry there with difficulty as he scans each of you. State your intentions, new foes! What brings you here?
Okay, please stop yelling at me. We're from...
Do not tell me what to do, mortal!
I said please! I wasn't telling you what to do. Anyway, we just came through a fucking portal. Like a hole in the weave. I don't know where this is, or what's going on. I just came to get him and that. And I point at the steel defender. And then we're gonna go home. Those are our intentions.
Make a persuasion with disadvantage.
It's not a persuasion.
You're trying to persuade him not to attack you.
I'm trying to persuade him to... I'm telling the truth.
Exactly. So take advantage rather than lie, so DC.
Why is it disadvantage?
Because your tone was hardly fearful or cautious.
Being assertive.
You were being savage.
Wait, does that mean she gets?
True.
So does that mean she gets double disadvantage?
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's a 5 on the die. Plus 0. Okay, I understand that I'm not being very persuasive, Mr. Dragon, but
He's
I'm
not
telling
listening to you. He's literally, he's kind of just
I
catch
just wanna
you.
go home.
He's now looking at you, Sayo, as you're like being affectionate to the dog.
Okay.
He's demanding you state your intentions here.
Okay, look, man. Alright, so look. Just bear with me, guys. I slowly walk towards him, and then, like...
Dumbass!
I get, like, somewhat close to him, and I look him in his eyes, and I tell him, look, we're not here to hurt you. We had no intention of even coming here. All we want is our companions and a way out of here. If you can provide that, we'll heal you. That's it. If you don't, we'll fight you. You'll die.
CL, you dumbass!
You're injured. Think smart.
CL.
We're not your enemies. You're not mad at us.
CL, you're not
We're
thinking
not
smart.
fight.
Okay. That would have been a roll with advantage, except your companion was trying to stop you and was cutting at your angle that you were playing at. So either roll a persuasion, an intimidation, a deception, whichever one you would like to roll.
Okay, so persuasion, persuasion, intimidation, or what? Deception?
Or deception, your choice. Whichever one you want to use.
You see what you did? Come on. Like, do you see
You're
what
saying you're gonna fucking attack him.
I was trying to look, he seems smart enough.
Anyway, please roll.
Right. I rolled for deception.
A deception, okay? 16. His eyes narrow and his nostrils flare slightly, but he seems to be genuinely cautious with this. Like, with a dragon of his caliber, there's a level of being able to see into somebody, and there was enough there that was both true and clouded that he is, combined with what Amon was saying earlier, he is holding himself on that edge of make a wrong move and something will happen.
Okay, can I keep talking to him?
We'll go back to the other side. Pigsy, Nyax, and Roland. That's it. Pigsy, Nyax, and Roland. The rest of your party has just disappeared. Roland is despairing and panicking.
I'm gonna turn around to Roland and Pixie and go, your girlfriend's gone! No.
I know, and I'm gonna run and I'm gonna try run to get him.
Straight away.
With Twig.
Okay.
I know she's gone. I'm gonna run. With Twig, though, with Twig.
Roland looks
where are you
at
running?
I run to the portal, obviously.
Yeah. Okay, you step in and disappear.
With Twig.
And Twig. Also it
Take two,
disappears.
take two.
Roland is looking at Nyax. What the? I didn't sign on for this!
Join us, Roland.
What are we meant to do now?
Don't ask me!
I have to ask you!
Like someone who can magic! I don't know what to do.
What did she do? She was. Hold on, and he goes over and spends one of his spell slots and tries to identify it.
Thought he said he couldn't do that. Liar!
He can, but she's the one with the talking pearl that gives her the proper information. He's got just his own intuition on it. I'm gonna make an intelligence roll because
Yes, for the fucking
faith
god.
to try and figure out what is going on here. That's a 3. Roland.
That's a fail.
Starts rubbing his temples. It's a pocket of some sort in time. It's a legend of some sort, but I don't know whose. But it has to be strong to be this large. It's a time portal.
But
what are we going to do? Fuck. I don't even know if this is
guys, our viewer is getting ready to go to bed, so say bye.
Good night. Good night.
Yeah, our viewer is going to bed.
Oh, night viewer.
I don't even know if this can be dispelled from the inside.
Don't dispel it.
Don't dispel it from the inside! How the fuck are we supposed to get back?
I don't know. We need to be on the inside to figure that out.
With that, I'm just gonna push him in.
He grabs her along with it.
He's gonna resist.
He's gonna think that
Is he gonna resist?
Wait, he doesn't like Pip. Oh.
Oh shit.
Make an athletics.
Good luck, Rach.
Oh no.
Fuck you, Roland. You're going. 14. I mean, to be fair, it was close. You got a 13.
Oh shit.
You push him through. It's like, no, don't! We can't! And
congratulations, Roland hates you now.
Welcome to the dark side world.
As the dragon continues to fly there, Saya, you have the floor.
So I can see that you're a bit on edge, and I promise you, all we want is a way out of here, and that's it. Our companions, we're getting chased by the very guys you hate, and so we can either use your support and help, or the least you can do is just let us pass. Plus, look, think about it. You're an almighty dragon in this whole dimension. I'm pretty sure no one in their right mind would volunteer to come fight you.
And
like no one's
threatening me with violence. You expect me to cow in submission? I have fought my entire life to avoid such a fate.
Tell me which one of us threatened you with violence?
You?
You literally did.
You did. You just did. Like, I'm not speaking in character right now. I'm speaking in person.
You arrive
with
Twig into this dimension.
Oh, Pixie's here.
Alright, what do I see?
You see a 300-foot sphere of purple-hued light and dust, sand falling down to the ground. There's also a big fucking dragon in the sky, and there's a wizard who's talking to it.
What color is the dragon again?
Amethyst.
Purple.
And you said it looks wounded?
Dragons exist.
Don't, Pixie, I swear to fucking God.
You said it looked wounded, right?
No, it doesn't look wounded. It looks perfectly healthy.
And is it
looks
like
somewhat weak? Yeah, he looks injured.
Is it like sorry, how big would the dragon be? Like, would I be able to discern if it's like a young and ancient?
That would be in nature.
Can I touch the
Oh,
dragon?
okay.
No, he's in the air.
Mr. Dragon, I can heal you.
I do not trust any single one of you.
Okay.
19?
He would be in the region of adult.
Can I just point one thing out? You've seen a bunch of us just pop into existence right over there in that exact same spot. That kind of like corroborates our story that we kind of fell into like a portal.
Does not assuage my concerns that you will not stab me. Carve a shield from my hide.
I have no interest in
Excuse me,
stabbing you.
sir.
I'm actually quite afraid of you. Please stop yelling at me.
I agree with that.
That's a good
Is
point.
there...
Nyax, Roland. At this moment, you appear,
Now
and
all
can
of us are stuck in
everybody make a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, fuck.
I roll it. No, I don't roll with disadvantage because it's a saving throw.
I fail.
6.
Fail.
12.
Fail.
18.
Succeed.
Oh.
15.
And then
Fail.
12
7 is a
natural
fail.
20.
Are we all scared?
Shift so I can re-roll.
Say again, sorry?
I'm gonna use Chrome Shift to re-roll.
Okay.
Iron Brew?
Anything but.
Fireball!
21. You succeed. So everyone except for Sayel and Pigsy is afraid of this dragon. And
Twig.
as
I was showing I was afraid.
oh yeah, there you were. Okay, so we're going to go into initiative simply for the fact of you will each get your attempts to make the save. You'll each get attempts to make an action without jumping on top of one another, trying to make your case.
Is initiative an ability check?
8. Yeah,
It is?
yeah, because bards get their the proficiency to it.
Wait, bards get their
15.
proficiency to initiative?
Half of it.
I rolled it out one, which means I get to re-roll it. Oh, I'm gonna have to use the lower one over here.
Oh.
I got 1 and 2, but I get to reroll the 1. I could have had 20. Okay, so
12.
can I get initiative 25 to 20?
Usually I would be up there.
21 for Pigsy.
Shut up, Piggy. Nobody likes you.
I literally
20
came in yelling fireball, so it's going down.
20 to 15, please.
Don't.
PL has 15.
Hey, do you think if we die here,
15 for Twig as well.
15 for Sayo. 15 for Twig. 15 to 10. 10 to 5.
Oh my god.
5 to 1?
Oh no.
2. 3.
2. Oh jeez. 3. Max. 2. I'm on. 1. Pep.
No, I have a 2.
I said that.
Oh. Oh, it sounded like you said I'm on 1, and I'm like, what?
I thought you said 1. Oh no. Then why did you shout out?
She can reroll ones. Yeah, why didn't you say your thing then, Jazz?
You can.
No.
If you roll it twice.
If I roll twice, but it's still 1 plus 6.
Okay, fine then.
Thank you.
Oop. 12. 4.
Oh, I have advantage on saving throws against being afraid. Because I'm halfling.
Roll again then.
Yeah, it was the same. Actually, it was less.
Oh, sorry then. So, Pigsy, you are not afraid of the dragon, and everyone else
No.
seems to be suddenly seriously aware of this factor, as this dragon moves around above you. What would you like to do?
Not as scary as
Well, I just yelled fireball, but I sadly don't have it up. I can't use it.
Oh, thank goodness.
Which I'm mad at because I threw it at trees. So, it's literally just like an open sphere, right? Like, that's it?
It is a domed sphere with this flat landscape of whatever it is.
Okay, so... And he's probably like right in the middle of everything, right?
Yeah, pretty much. He's moved so it's like he's moved so that he's at an angle to look at all of you.
Okay, I'm going to...
Yes, your person left.
I just realized that.
Oh. Go ahead, Pixie.
I'm going to use my action to cast Bless. And I'm going to bless Twig.
Nyax, Roland, and Twig are near you.
All you guys have to do is
Roland and
talk.
Twig?
No.
Okay, so I'll probably do it on myself, Nyax, and Twig
I
then.
didn't run that far away from the...
For Bless.
Oh yeah, Pip's there actually, Pip's there.
Oh.
The only ones out of range
I am
are
completely
Rod
on the other
and
side of you. And Steel Defender.
That's the Defender, yeah.
No, I already said I'll do it on myself, Twig, and then Nyax. And then I'm going to use my movement to run in like the opposite direction. Like I don't want to be clumped up with my group in front of a dragon.
Okay.
You fucking cow.
Wait, you want me to group up? Bye.
Hell yeah.
Saya, this is your turn.
Yeah, that would be, I think, sorry.
If I try to talk to the dragon again, would that use up an action?
Depends on how much you want to speak and how much interaction you want. Because like you can give like, we don't mean you any harm, mage armor, run, and you know that'd be your turn. But if you went, we don't mean you any harm. Look, we're just here. We come and you know like actually meaningfully spend your entire turn to try and persuade or try to calm this guy down. Then obviously that is your action. You are actually trying to do that.
I'll just say, how far is he from us?
From you, he's only about 20 feet up, so about 25 feet.
I'm gonna use momentary stasis on him.
Momentary stasis?
Yeah. It can trap large or smaller creatures within 60 feet, and they have to make a Constitution saving throw against my spell save.
He's bigger than large, isn't he?
Let's find out. I think he might be bigger than large, my friend. I'll just find out for you. Let's get an adult.
Can be bigger than large.
Yes, he can. Dragons are huge.
It's a dragon.
I'm pretty sure dragons are huge.
I killed them all!
Where's... Hold on, let me get a dragon up. Let's get an adult... I'll get an adult blue. Oh, adult black dragon. Size is... Yeah, no, I'm just getting the black. He is a huge...
Okay, do I end up...
No, so you... I'm also going to say that he's not aggressive at the moment. It's just that I don't want everyone shouting out over one another and trying to get on top of anything. There's no, like... Attacks have not been thrown, so if you attack, obviously you're the first one to do so. But he would be too large to fit in this. How are you doing? How are you doing?
Putting my dice in a bag?
Why?
Because I feel like it.
Does he know Abyssal?
Abyssal? You don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll use fly and go up to his face and then say, please don't do this in Abyssal.
Dragons speak Draconic.
I know.
Okay. He looks at you and his eyes narrow.
That's gonna be my turn.
Okay. Who's next?
Oh, Twig. Okay. Twig could throw a rock at it.
No.
In his face. Do not attack this.
Twig is going to run somewhere near Pigsy, but not near Pigsy.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, that's his turn. Sorry. Pip's turn.
Oh god. Pip is
Oh,
going.
he's also going to take the dodge action.
Okay.
Pip is going to look up at the dragon and how do I say this? We're here by accident. We didn't come here on purpose. We're not looking for you. We're not gonna do anything to you. You fight for the gods, right? We are too.
Make a persuasion roll.
We just want to go home.
Unfortunately, you're exhausted, so it is a disadvantage.
Yes, it is. I love that.
Actually, just a flat roll.
I don't have any pluses anyway. Can I give myself guidance?
Nope. That's an action.
Wrong one.
I'm using the other dice bot.
Yeah, your stupid dice bot. Flat 10!
Flat 10. Okay. Definitely not hurt your situation. Probably not helped it either.
I'm not the most persuasive.
The dragon moves close to you, Saya. Well, it doesn't move close to you, Saya, but kind of like keenly watches you, Saya.
You speak the tongue like they do. Their forces speak of the devils, demonic languages.
That did not help.
State your intentions, all of you. Who do you show alignment?
Yes, who do you show alignment? And that will be his turn. And I need to... Can someone copy and paste that into initiative? That puts Nyax. Nyax, you're up next. I was realising.
Let me just copy this into initiative. There you go. As soon as Nyax wants to learn at this point from Thuvik and is going to be choosing to serve under Tempest, she will say that she is a follower. I am a follower of Tempest.
Make a persuasion with advantage.
Damn, I could have told him that I met Ayun.
Okay.
Oops.
Okay. Oh, 24.
Damn.
His eyes swivel to you and watches you very keenly.
We did not know how we got here.
That would be.
No, no, wait.
That would be probably your turn there.
Alright, okay.
Just with kind of like stating it proudly, and like just letting them have that moment to examine you. I'm on. You're up.
Question. Like, this isn't involving any of this. Well, technically, this is involving more.
Actually, Nyax, sorry, you'll need to roll that flat because you're afraid, aren't you?
Yeah, but my first roll was a 19 anyway.
Fair enough. Can Twig, Pip, and now you, Nyax, roll wisdom saving throws to get rid of the fear effect?
Oh, okay.
Oh, Twig wasn't figured. I don't think you got an natural 20.
Okay. 15 again, Nyax?
I did not know it was evil guys.
30, 20.
Like, I swear to God.
Nyax, you get a d4 because I blessed you.
Well, can you do that?
Yep. That's what he did on his turn.
I blessed.
16.
16, unfortunately, that's still a fail. At least, hold on, actually, is it? Let me check. I could be talking at my ass there. I'm pretty sure it's 18, but it could be 16. DC is presence. No, that is actually enough. That is enough. 16 is enough. Okay. Amon, you're up.
As I was saying, since my patron is trusted as the Undying, is he part of one of the freaking death gods? your
patron is not a god.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Please tell him that.
Let's say it in epistle. No. I look over at the dragon and I say, you dislike the Deathly Trios probably as much as we do. We're going to be fighting one of the generals. Would you possibly want to lend us a hand?
You can't get back to our home.
Okay.
We don't know that yet.
What intention are you trying to do there? Persuade, or just try to like calm down, or?
Kind of both.
I'd say it's probably a performance rather than a persuasion, just simply because it's, like I say, it's kind of both.
Alrighty. Either way, my persuasion and performance is both the plus same.
Well,
that failed.
He's in.
And why is it when I really want to do something it doesn't work?
His eye focus seems squarely on Nyax at this moment. Plus, also that would technically be a disadvantage, but oh fuck it. Yeah, please make a wisdom saving throw.
Alrighty. So I gotta just get a 15 to pass. 17.
17, you succeed. Okay then.
Back to the top, it's Pigsy.
Pigsy.
What should I do?
It's like,
I'm gonna hold my turn.
4.
I'm gonna skip my turn.
Okay, you will return at the bottom of initiative in the count 0.
What?
That brings us to...
Get back to me.
Yeah.
Sail.
I'll use my action to dodge, I guess.
Okay. Can I ask? I asked the dragon. Can you just tell us your name, and then we can just sort this out like adults, please? And then that's going to be the end of mine.
I think it's Pip's turn. Yes.
I've actually met
Dodge action and then Pip's turn.
You ask who we're aligned with. I serve no god in particular, but I've actually met and spoken with Iam.
Make a flat persuasion.
Persuasion. I fucking suck at persuasion.
I don't know why you pick a dice away.
It's an ability check. I have to roll with disadvantage.
But you have advantage.
I rolled a 7 anyway.
Yeah. The dragon
wasn't exhausted.
seems no longer to be hostile. He's now just outright curious. And we'll go out of initiative at this point.
We can surprise attack it now.
He slowly floats down, but definitely keeps an air of caution around you and a different zone of exclusion as he kind of watches you carefully.
If you come here, I can heal you.
My name is Vikeneth.
Oh, that's a mouthful.
You get used to it.
Slap.
I'm Vic for sure. And you like that, Vic?
Do I know any tales of a dragon called that name?
Make a history.
Okay. 15.
No.
Well, shit.
Am I boring you?
No.
See, legend.
Is that why you're doing that to pay attention to the game?
I'm paying attention.
Good.
I was writing down notes.
Sounds to me like you're drawing.
scribbling a line.
My name is Nyax Nimble. I wanna do a bow.
Okay. And what of the rest of you? What are you all doing at this moment?
I just asked him if I can sit on.
If he lets me, I'll
Hold on.
wounds him.
Hold on one second. I need to refresh. That doesn't work. Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hi.
Welcome back.
If he'll let me, I'll cure wounds him.
I just asked him if I can sit on his head with a please.
I am not some mount for your sitting purposes.
We can work together. You let me
Don't
sit on your
mind
head.
my friend. He's an idiot.
He surely is.
Who could actually kill you?
You, one who
Yeah.
has spoken with Ione. You claim to be healer.
Yes.
His tail slowly creeps around toward you.
Yes.
Be careful, and his mouth begins to glow with some form of energy.
I'm gonna touch his tail and I'm probably say, "I'll make your wounds in him."
Okay, roll to heal.
Okay, I didn't heal much.
Oof.
I only healed 6.
6. So something.
He's better than I am, and I'm gonna point to Pixie.
Oh!
Your actions speak well.
Ninth level, inflict wounds.
Oh no.
I was kidding.
He's just watching all of you. He's obviously waiting to see how you make the move. He knows he's in the power position here.
Who's in the power position?
So where are we?
Roland is head in hands sitting in the corner. Well, like, just kind of like where he was, like where he teleported, just hand there, head in hands, just like.
Such a little bitch.
Sorry for pushing you, Roland. I'm sorry.
You pushed him.
What? No.
Because he didn't want to jump in and save you.
She pushed you.
Figure. He's stunned, silent.
We are nowhere. We are not
Is
in
that from Roland or from the dragon?
From Roland.
Where are we? Oh, so we're nowhere. What do you mean?
We are beyond. We are not in. We are not anything. We are not anyone. We are not anywhere. That is how nothing we are.
So we've been thrown outside space time?
Yes.
Then the only way we can get out of here is with that dragon. Vic.
The dragon.
We are in that dragon's legend.
How do we get out of its legend?
I don't know. Ask the time wizard.
Time wizard.
Why don't
Can I
we
roll
just ask the dragon?
The dragon wouldn't fucking know. The dragon doesn't even know that he's in a legend.
Mr.
Like
Dragon.
legend as in story?
Oh, Mrs. Dragon, whatever your dragon is. Apparently, we are in your legend. Do you know how to get out?
All I know was that I was fighting the gods. One moment I was struck down by them. The floor where the bones of my back broke and were mended in an instant. And next I know, I find myself with a spawn of one of their armies, claiming in his terrified state to not serve them.
I don't.
Oh.
Hey.
Your attitude will quickly end your life. I expect you curb your tongue.
Okay.
Yes, he is a tiefling. What of it? What else was I to bear my insultions upon?
I just said, oh, he was a tiefling.
Your words say something, but your tone speaks volumes more.
See, where I was raised, it didn't matter if you were...
Do you think it is wise to lie to a dragon?
I am not lying to you. Nobody cared if you were a tiefling or not where I grew up.
It might have been different back then. Tieflings might have all been evil back then. We don't know.
To understand what Roland was talking about?
Certainly, you have Arcana with advantage.
Bet. $40. Or is it like 18 and 14?
Dude, you're supposed to put a space in between it.
It's 8.
Yeah, you got 26.
Oh wow. Okay. 1 second. Let me try and find the thing that I saved for exactly this. It explains it quite well.
But Greed, when you do 2 rolls, unless it's a joint one like for attack rolls, you usually put a space if you have advantage.
Who's Greed?
You! I'm referring this to you, not your character.
Okay, my bad. Okay, you said I just put a space? Wait! Hey, hold up, wait! Elven accuracy gives me another advantage, so I can roll again. Oh no, that says re-roll it. Never mind.
That would be with attack rolls and such.
Oh, okay. Damn, I thought I could make it go higher than 40.
40?
Okay, so do I know anything?
One set. That. I'm going to send this to you, and you can read it out because you will be able to read this faster than myself. Sile.
Oh man, this is okay. Guys, I have an understanding of what Roland, after like thinking it over, I actually have an idea of what Roland was talking about. Okay, so try to follow along, guys. So the terms weave of fate and weave are interchangeable. Weave expresses the intersection. What is that? The sieve?
If you want, then yeah, the sieve.
Okay, the sieve that all the possible futures enter to create what we perceive as this now. So basically, everything. So this dragon's legend
I
is
would
basically
read the full thing. I would read the full thing, and that will that would give everyone an understanding. Because this is like, imagine it this way: this is like one of the textbooks that you have read, and you're like just regurgitating it to everybody. And then obviously after you read it all out, you can make your own changes and explanations on that if you so like. Because just to be safe and make sure that you're not getting terms mixed up, because this is kind of like very finicky.
okay. So see that all the possible features enter to create what we perceive as this now. Fate is the keeper of the sieve. The present is what is happening right now. It is in that infinitesimal which we interpret as reality. The legend is what happens when the present is pulled back through the weave and becomes the past. It is called the legend because, as the former presents fade, as the former presents fade into the past, they blur. Each becomes less precise and more open to interpretation. It is as if you were looking at one thing through a prism as you shift your stance. What you see appears to change Within the legend exist mystic creatures, divinities, demons, spirits, all the paradises and hells. Endless black sands is the final resting place for all failed legends. It is the place where all is forgotten until even former realities break down into the black sands. Are we in black sands?
And you feel whatever it is falling upon you, and this is the black sands. This entity's legend, which in and of itself it has been trapped within by some weird perversion of space-time, is beginning to break down. So quite literally, this creature is living within its own reality. Its own presence upon reality is being eroded down, and it will literally exist in here, watching its own impact upon everything. Any memory it has ever made with anybody else, any impact on the battlefield it has had, any love it has been felt by anyone else, is slowly being eroded from time. It's not that it does not exist. It currently exists, but it is slowly being extinguished.
So it's kind of like when people start.
Sad.
Exactly. And someone has deliberately found this creature's legend, put it in its own legend, and has put this construct around it to slowly destroy its own presence.
Okay.
So he's still
Yes.
So can I?
Yes.
So he needs to escape as well.
Yes.
Does he know?
So can I
You don't know.
can I explain this to him?
Can I explain it to him?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Just have.
Okay, so basically what he just said means that you're from where we're from, and if we stay in here, we're all gonna get erased from reality and we're not gonna exist anymore. So you and everyone else here should probably start looking for a way out before we get erased.
Vikaneth is taken aback by this level of understanding. It seems to be somewhat beyond him, but he recognizes that you understand what you're talking about and understands enough of it to believe you. And looking between Sile and Pip and Nyax and everybody, his stance fully relaxes and he seems to, in the same way of like how any quadruped gets relaxed, he folds himself down, but his head remains high on its perch and it swivels around his elongated neck as he begins to open dialogue with you. Now it is your choice. We can end the session there, for that is technically time, but we were not here last week, and obviously this is a very monumentous thing that you have just discovered. Are we?
I can keep going.
Well, it's up to you guys. Do you want to keep going, or do you want to call it here?
I'll keep going.
I'll keep going.
As long as you
Twig will
guys,
also keep going.
as long as you don't mind me sniffling and all that shit.
Okay.
Don't worry. No.
So we're going to take 5 minutes break to try and fix a couple of glitches with the technical stuff and allow some headphones to get charged up, with mine especially. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
How much longer
Okay.
are you going for?
And we're back. So, there's an extreme amount of agitation over what exactly this all can mean and all can do, considering that this is perhaps a situation that very few people truly understand. So, the Banana Bunch.
Banana Bunch. Is that us?
Yeah.
No, what? Why? We couldn't be something cooler, like Apostles of Eden?
The Banana Bunch is the coolest thing ever.
We're the Banana Bunch.
Is that what it was?
That's what we're called.
There's a very established stream called the Waffle Crew. I ain't gonna fight it.
Oh no.
So, Vikaneth is content to listen and to hear what you guys have to say.
Well, really, probably not from Milan.
You have your hat of disguise. I don't know if that ever works.
Well, I mean, I'm not wearing it, and I was the first one to be teleported in, and he already tried fucking killing me, and he doesn't want to listen to really a word I say, so...
I assumed you always had it on, that's why.
No.
Wait, what?
I have
the hat of disguise.
In listening to you, Evelyn. I simply did not immediately trust you, considering my very recent departed present, which seems to sound like it is your distant past.
Yes. What time are we from? Juicy?
You are from 1527 PGP.
Okay, I'm going to repeat that back to the dragon.
Okay. I do not want... I did not live in the era of post-God Plague. I was born in it.
Huh? But wait, born during the God Plague, or...?
Yes.
Oh.
I am not so old as to have seen a time before it. I have lived a life of war.
How long did it go on for?
it went on. It's rough. It's kind of hard to say exactly because it got to that point where it all became so hazy, but in excess of 1,500 years.
Oh.
Did you happen to recall seeing a fallen flying city at all?
There were many cities that fell during my
Like, actual, like, floating cities that fell from the sky.
Sky cities.
I forgot what they were called. Yeah, sky cities.
Said, there were many fortifications. Dragons had some, the dwarves had others. Many fell, many were raised once more. Sometimes they were skirmished upon. One, I think, managed to rise 3 times before it was eventually split.
I know you might not know this. Do you know the whereabouts of Caius's citadel?
He kind of looks at you. You are speaking from thousands of years before my time.
Fair enough.
Even the most ancient of my kind, perhaps. If they were born towards the end of it, then perhaps they may exist still. Many of my kind are not prime time in material.
Do you know who Finnegan Rider is?
So let me remind... Okay, so 1,500 years has passed. 1,527 years has passed since the end of the God Plague. This creature was born during the God Plague. Finnegan Rider's less than 100 years old. His legend is only 100 years old.
So what I was getting at in that general statement then is would he know who Caius is then?
Yes, he knows who Caius is.
Okay.
Can you hear us, Sile? Are you...
Yep, it cut out again. I don't know why it's been doing that.
We have reason to believe that in our time, Caius is still alive, although we thought, or everyone thought that he had perished. We believe that he is infecting the Elven nation with a machine that is causing darkness, illnesses, diseases.
This is not something I can assist with or something I have any knowledge towards. I blinked and I am no longer within the millennia of my time.
Do you know of any god or thing that had the power to do this to you?
There were many. There were 3 of them that led them all, and it was one of them that struck me down.
GC, is the black sand stuff all on the ground?
As you say that, and as you've been talking, you realise that everyone's sunk half a centimetre into it, and is slowly becoming submerged in it.
I would like to walk to the area where we were originally teleported, and I would like to use mold earth to try moving the sand to see if I can find any form of ruin or anything that could have made it so that we were where we were teleported is connected to the space.
Feel around and try and have your magic to activate, and no connection.
It activated before.
Like, as in, there's no sand. The sand isn't sand. It's like the magic is cast, but it's It's not sand as in particles of dirt. This is sand as in particles of memories.
Hmm.
Can I look up at the ball? That sphere that you were saying? So does it look like any of like the sand particles are going into it?
As you kind of move around and investigate, where the sand and this memory matter touches with this external force, it is brought up, and that force whipping it up into the air is causing it to fall back down. Some of it rises very high indeed, and some of it seems to stick until it reaches the zenith before it collects, and that's that in itself, and with this constant impacting of whatever it is that's colliding is causing so much noise. But it does seem to be like most of the memories are in here, though it's hard to really say.
So there's that random sphere in the sky, though, right?
So the sphere is this environment.
Oh, my bad.
Imagine
I thought there was a few.
you're in a snow globe. Imagine you're in a snow globe, half filled with this black sand, and you walk like an hourglass atop this black sand. And as you walk around on it, the sand at the bottom is being dragged up by contact with the external circumference of the ball to fall back down on the top.
If there's a way in, surely there is a way out.
We must dispel whatever it is that is causing this.
Therefore, we need to find something, maybe with detect magic.
Roland kind of like looks around at the external force field. By dispelling whatever that is, that will allow us to escape. Though I have no idea what it is.
Can I try blasting it to see what would happen with just one blast?
Roll to attack.
Alrighty, one blast, here it is. D10 plus 6.
No, roll to hit.
Oh, roll to hit?
You did roll to hit. 20. You fire, and it impacts, and the angle, obviously, that you shot it at was too acute, and it ricochets off as the force of it drags the beam up and around.
Alrighty. I look at CL and ask if he has... Oh, I didn't aim high enough?
As in the roll to hit wasn't high enough.
Well, my roll to hit isn't plus 6. I accidentally was rolling to attack, and that was my modifier for it. And then I accidentally hit a 2 instead of a 1. My roll to hit is, I believe, 9.
Okay, so that would make, well,
so that
would make what,
23?
Yeah, 23.
Just enough.
Oh shit.
Alrighty.
Is cracking a good or bad?
Hey, I don't know.
Roll damage.
Alrighty, since that's just 1. Now let's see if I can actually fucking... So roll D10. Plus 6. 9 points of damage.
Okay. You do 9 points of damage to the external sphere. There's no noticeable difference, but maybe something?
Do I think that that's a good idea, or do I think that that's a bad idea?
Do you think it's a good idea, or do you think it's a bad idea?
Can I roll like an Arcana or like an Intelligence thing?
Yeah, can I have like a gut feeling? Like what?
Should I roll?
Is it like putting a bag of holding inside of a bag of holding, or is it like when the bag of holding rips open? As an owner of a bag of holding, I feel like I'd be able to draw a comparison here and make an educated guess.
Well, that's the thing. You have all the information you got. Like you and you,
Yeah.
you player have the exact same amount of info. You make the decision.
I don't think
Roland
that's a good
said we
idea.
should
I feel
dispel
like it's
it.
worth being a bag of holding.
Yeah.
Dispelling it could also be breaking it too.
Does anyone have to spell magic?
I'll just.
Oh, dragon!
Let's just keep destroying this
You
thing.
have to spell magic?
I don't think we should do that.
We can,
Nah,
we should
you also
break
didn't
it.
think we should have went through the portal, but hey, here we are. Well, we shouldn't have, but hey, here we are.
Okay.
Okay.
Vikaneth
Should I?
turns his head and lets out a jet of purple lightning, and it impacts against it. You can see this long score appear across it, and the level of sound definitely diminishes.
Don't break it. I don't think that we should break it.
However, at the same time, he winces, and you can see that he himself has taken some damage as a result.
Okay, so definitely don't attack this anymore.
It must be connected to him. This is his legend, right? So if we destroy this, he might end up going back to his time period.
No.
Or his.
Yeah, but he's getting
but if we destroy
hit.
it, we kill him.
Yeah.
But what if you were to heal me higher than the damage threshold of whatever this is?
Yes, exactly. We get our healers to heal him, but we take the stain down.
What if it is not?
Then we'll get spit out.
Can you afford not to?
Oh, Mr. Dragon. I'm gonna walk up to this now.
Miss Halfling,
It seems we have...
measure the distance from one end to the other.
Okay. How many feet?
90.
When
Why?
it's 309.
Guys, just heal him. Let's destroy this thing.
Oh, I was gonna say, I could make a tape measure that's a lot longer or something to measure.
You said it's 294, right?
Yes.
Why did Amon say 300?
He gives you
I
a
had
number.
300.
When did you measure the room? So it's getting smaller, right? Hit it again.
Me? Okay.
Because whatever spell this is eroding whatever impact I have.
Okay, well, I have... If I'm remembering correctly, I have only like 3 or 4 spells left to heal.
I want to talk to the dragon.
I am listening.
I can heal you 2
Oh.
times.
I wasn't sure if that was the dragon voice or Roland's voice. So I was getting really confused.
If you prefer.
No, but was Roland the one that said to heal the dragon, or was that the dragon that said that?
That was the dragon that said that.
Oh, I thought it was Roland, so I was like, oh, that's just a random guess. Oh, okay. Dragon. It seems we have a common ally.
It would be
And
polite to be on a first name basis.
Oh, okay, well, wait, we are?
My name is Vikaneth.
Alright, Vikinus. I'm Pigsy. This is Twig. We are the Banana Bunch. It seems we have a common ally. So...
You mean common enemy?
Oh, yeah, that too. So... I look at Amon when I say that, because you're technically my ally. And he doesn't like you. And that too. So, if we do get out of here, will you stop the... Looking at my notes. The, what's it called? The Deadly Trio? Are you wanting revenge?
My entire life fighting against them. If you say that their scourge is yet to be wiped from this land, then I will spend my last breath making sure that impact is as little as possible.
Yeah, I like.
So you would consider us allies, correct?
He kind of you hear bones begin to snap and crack as he shapeshifts down into a humanoid shape, though it is definitely off. Slightly arms slightly too long. Features are a strange mix between human and elven, almost half elven, but again something about the eye ridge and the dimension of the eyes, and certainly those eyes remain very reptilian.
Female?
Male.
No. We all wanted a baddie dragon.
Horny.
Are we considered allies? And I'm gonna hold out my hand.
I would consider us allies.
Well, when he goes in to shake my hand, I'm gonna cast a level 3 cure wounds on him. If he shakes my hand, it's his choice.
Insight.
Go ahead.
Okay, I heal him. 1 second, let me do math. I'll just do it on dice roller.
Hey, can dragons become
12?
You just did.
Oh, okay.
12? Seems to be telling the truth.
Can dragons become familiars?
No.
Fairy dragons, pseudo dragons.
So not this dragon?
No.
I heal the dragon 25 health points.
Alrighty, well, he
Which
seems
god
to...
do you serve?
Bahamut.
Insight.
Insight everything. Fireball! After I heal him, I'm just kidding.
Dirty 20.
Seems to be telling the truth.
Can we touch Fate real quick and ask Fate some questions since they are connected to the weave?
What questions do you want people to ask? Fate's not gonna...
Well, if you think about it, the weave is connected to the past, so we can ask Fate if she could possibly...
everything that he knew about this place when we came in here.
Knew about this place, but we could ask if it could figure out what spell.
So are we not able to go out the way we came?
That's
no one tried?
magic. David, if you detect magic, it'll tell you what school of spell this is. Fate's not going to be able to do that. Fate can't.
I feel like we need to break the barrier, just like what he said.
I'll activate detect magic then.
Okay.
Sorry for that.
This is a extremely complicated mixture of... I don't know what teleportation and such is, but it's a mix of teleportation magic, but it's been bent in some fashion. This is something beyond the schools of magic, the levels of magic. This is an entity that is able to move and make legend.
Was it a god?
Exactly. It would be something exactly like that. It has to be something so powerful that it can make it has to be something so powerful that a legend as large as a dragon would have, and consider sorcerers draw their power from their ancestors' legend. It has to be something powerful enough to go, you know what, your legend is so puny, I can shift you into it.
I look at Roland and ask if he could try contacting Tempest to see if they can lend a hand. And try getting us back to where we properly belong. Because Tempest is a god, so technically...
Who do you think I am?
I believe Vikinith already told us.
You're a follower of Tempest.
I'm not Thovik. I'm not Thovik.
Oh, wait, fuck. My bad.
I believe Vikinith already told us how to escape.
But honestly, I do not think that is... I am not a follower of Tempest.
It's okay.
Nothing against him, but I'm not.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Roland. My head's going 50 miles a minute.
I think we should talk about that later.
Yeah, you can scold me later.
I want to get a distance from everyone.
Wait.
Okay.
Actually,
Oh,
before
okay.
Ciel makes a distance, can I ask him what god he follows again?
The dragon falls Bahamut.
Oh.
Battery low.
Well, I meant Ciel.
I don't have a god.
Wizard.
Oh yeah, fucking A. So the dragon follows Bahamut. Dragon, do you think you can ask your god?
Tiefling. Why do you refer to me as my species?
I'm bad with names. Vikineth. I'm sorry. I still can't even fucking face fucking A. Do you I'm sorry, JC, but I cannot say some of these names that you say.
It's a standard dragon name.
I can't do.
If it's not Bob,
Vikineth. Okay. Vikineth, can you ask your god to try to reverse whatever effects have been used or done to you and I guess now to us?
I have not magic of that caliber. I do not have divine intervention or favor of that regard.
Pigsy.
I can innately cast certain spells due to my connection with the weave. My own legend allows me to do such things, but I feel weak and severed here, and my memories are becoming fuzzy and hazy the longer we speak. I do not know how long we can stay here. I do not know what effects have been done to cause us to be here, but escape is definitely our best option.
How far away how far away are we from the crack?
You look back to where the dragon's breath impacted, and you see it has slowly healed across what you've been talking.
We need to do it fast.
Okay, how far are we from? Okay. How far are we?
That's fine.
How far do you want to be? You can be anywhere you want to be.
Okay, well, can I get everyone to back up? Back up like maybe 40 feet?
Sure.
Okay. Alright, now I cast Gravity Sinkhole, and throw it at the crack. Well, the healed crack.
Okay, and what does Gravity Sinkhole do?
It's basically I throw a black hole, and everything within a 20-foot radius gets sucked towards the center of it.
Does it do damage?
Yeah, 5d10.
Okay, roll damage.
I mean, unless the crack can make a Constitution save.
It cannot, so make roll damage. Yes, David. I know you were trying to speak, but so was Sael.
27.
I don't even remember what I was going to say. I just got pissed off because I could only hear random pieces and it would just shut up everyone.
27. Sael strides away from the edge, creates a black ball in his hand, and lobs it at the edge of the wall. And with a dull crack, once again, whatever living spell is attempting to hold this dragon in place as it dissolves it is injured. Vikineth winces, but doesn't make any sounds of no stop.
Okay, I'll send another one at it.
Roll initiative, everybody.
You're gonna be...
Wait,
Here we go.
Well, you're going to need to either heal Vikineth before he dies from this, or kill the dragon and figure out what happens afterwards.
I really hope someone rolls higher than him so they can heal the dragon.
22.
Okay, so...
Wait, CL should be rolling with disadvantage too because he also has a point of exhaustion. He was the other person who has disadvantage. So CL, you have to roll another one.
That's the damage for his second spell, I think. Isn't it?
No, that was his initiative.
Okay, yeah, roll another one.
Oh, I never rolled for the second damage. Should I? Because you said roll for initiative.
Not yet.
Okay.
Roll initiative first, yeah. So
you have to roll another one.
25
10.
to 20.
10.
25 to 20. 20 to
Oh,
15.
sorry. Oh no.
Oh, go ahead.
I got 18.
18.
I didn't have fallen.
For Pigsy. Anyone else? 20 to 15?
Twig also got 16.
For Twig.
11.
11 for Nyax.
10 for CL.
Sale. Amon.
3.
Pip.
9.
9 for Pip. And 3 for Amon. Okay. Pigsy, you're up first as Sael raises this arm and lobs it, smacking it against the exterior wall. Vikaneth winces, but makes no comment and just kind of accepts the damage.
I'm gonna tell Vikinith I believe he should probably transform into his dragon and help us out. And then I'm also gonna cast a 2nd level Cure Wounds on him.
Okay, heal him up.
20 plus 11.
11, okay. Plus another 11, alrighty. Twig?
Does anyone?
Oh, Twig's gonna, I guess, hit it.
Right,
He's gonna go. Yeah, he's gonna punch it.
Okay.
Actually, he's gonna throw a rock because I don't want him to be like in the crossfire of anything.
Okay. This will be his only rock because there is no other rocks to grab.
Grab bananas.
Yeah, can I do like a little like banana ball thing?
Make this attack and we'll see what goes on from there.
It's 15. I don't think it hits.
That does not hit. It clunks uselessly against the exterior with little regard.
He runs up and grabs it.
That goes to... Yep, okay. Nyax, you're up.
I ask, does anybody have spare the dying that you can place upon him?
Yeah, I do.
As can I use that as my what?
I think what you think of a death ward, when they go to 0, they get bounced back to 1.
You can't
that.
the dying monsters, right?
Well, you can you can't spare the dying them, but you can only spare the dying when they're on 0 and bleeding out. It's not like you will not die now because I have this on you. Well, nah, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it's fine. And then I'm gonna hit it
With your hammer.
with my hammer, and I'm gonna
Okay,
activate
roll to
it. Okay. 17.
Misses. Make a strength save.
20. Make a strength save? Okay.
And don't forget to back up, please.
21.
21. Your hammer is nearly ripped from your hands as you impact the exterior, and it's yanked upwards with such force that it wrenches your arm slightly. You windmill, and your hammer comes down again for maybe a second attack.
Yeah, fuck this shit. I'm gonna hit it again. 27.
That hits. Roll damage, then roll a strength save. Melee attacks, just make a strength save afterwards.
Uh, 13.
13.
Yeah, well,
Another 13. Again.
I rolled the same on my strength save.
Okay. Again, Rakaneth winces, but makes no comment.
I'm gonna shout, sorry!
Okay, is it my turn now?
It is, yes.
Okay. Nyax, are you still close to the thingy we're attacking?
You can aim it.
Alright.
Thing?
I throw another gravity sinkhole.
Okay, roll damage. Once again, my headphones just died. This is the problem with having little streams. Bad charging, and the stream's going longer than expected. Sorry for the echo.
It's fine.
And then I look at Viking and like I asked him like, you know you're probably gonna disappear, right?
It is a chance I'm willing to take.
Bro, I promise you we'll get revenge for you.
He just gives that kind of understanding, solemn nod.
That's my turn.
Okay. 26, 13, 27.
So you say who goes next?
Oh, I never saw the initiative thing. You didn't. I don't think it was written down.
It's in the initiative chat box.
Oh, okay. Twig. Twig?
No, it's
Me?
Oh, an initiative. I'm so stupid. Sorry. Go.
Who?
you.
I'm gonna feed him a healing potion. So
Okay.
he gets 8 back.
Okay, he gets 8 back.
I just thought
He's definitely taken more injury than has been healed, but you know.
How big is the room? Can I kind of guess?
Seems to be about the same, you know. It's not it's not shrinking rapidly. It's just that way. If you noticed, it was shrinking. It shrunk a couple of feet in the time that with the damage that had been done and the time that had passed. Anything else?
I can't do anything else.
Then say who's next.
I thought you could bonus action heal.
No.
Because you're a thief.
No. Does it cost me a bonus action to feed other people potions because of my death sense?
I'm going to say no in that regard, because using an item is like slapping a hand onto it, because like it's fast, whereas it's still the actual action of here, take this, and then waiting for them to do it, or doing it to somebody is making sure that. In this situation, yeah, because he's effectively a non-combatant, but in other combat it wouldn't work. So I'd say yes this time.
Then I can
give him another hit. Cure wounds, okay.
It's not that much. 10. Next time.
Another 10, okay.
And I action surge and do both of those things again.
Okay, who is next? Amon, you're up.
I'm going to walk right up to the dragon. I can't remember the name for the life of me right now for some other reason, and I'm going to put have him drink one of my healing potions. He gets 9 back.
Okay, another 9. Alrighty.
And that's going to be the end of my turn. Back to the top with Pigsy.
Pigsy. At the top of the initiative, the crack heals a certain amount.
Is it healing?
I feel like our needs to focus more on damage. I can take care of the healing. And then
is it healing when we heal the dragon?
No.
And cast guiding bolt.
Okay, roll to hit.
Now, since it's my bow, do I use like my range spell attack, or do I use my bow hit attack?
Bow hit attack.
Bow hit attack. Okay, so that'd be plus 16. No, that's really low. It wouldn't hit, I don't think.
16. No, that's unfortunate.
I use a charge.
It impacts the wall, and as the bullet kind of is curved upwards, it disintegrates before popping like a firework, doing very little, except making pretty.
Oh well. It's my turn.
Who goes
and
next?
Twig is gonna throw a rock.
Okay, Twiggy, go ahead.
Oh. Okay, my end of my turn now. Just turn.
Okay, Twig, did he throw the rock at it?
Yeah, he got it 12.
He runs up and tries to grab the rock back, but it turns to dust. The rock's legend is not very good, and it was quickly destroyed by impacting this, whatever this is.
Okay. Next is
Okay.
That's his favorite rock, too.
This is the only rock.
Diax.
Apparently, I just need a. She's muted.
Very
I
true.
don't know.
I didn't realize I was muted. Shatter.
Shatter?
It can't make a card save, can it?
Nope, it can't make a save. It fails all saves.
Yeah, well, it takes 14 points of damage.
Yep.
I'm gonna use my bonus action as my second window when I heal myself.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Alrighty. Go right ahead. Who's next?
Next is
Wait, do we skip Sile?
No, he's after. I think Side and Side.
Next, Seal, Pip, then me.
Sile, it's you up.
Thank you. What? I'm gonna ask Vic if I can call him Vic, and then I'm going to use Pulse Wave at the hole.
Do you remember what me and Reach said about that one? You better make sure that we're not near you with it.
Do you like?
Oh right.
Don't worry,
you guys close?
people. You can like the whole It's not. It's the whole construct. You can just see as you're doing damage. It's having an effect. You can do it to whatever you want.
Well, it's a point from him.
Ah, okay. Well then, yeah, he can move away from everybody and do it himself. Yeah.
Yeah, I just move to a safe distance from people.
Okay.
And then turn my back to them and blast.
Alrighty. Is it?
I believe it was 6d6. Yeah.
Another 25. Okay. Vikineth, again, seems to take some form of impact from this, but says very little.
What he said about what I could ask him. I asked him about the public.
I would prefer my full name, but I'm not going to stop you. At least not yet.
Thank you, Vic.
That's one. Amon? No, Pip. You're up.
Yep. Pip is going to give him another healing potion. Where is it? I'm gonna give him a greater healing potion.
Ooh, fancy.
$15.
15,
And
okay.
then, my steel defender will do a force empowered round on that one.
Okay. Is your golem's attacks considered magical?
I'll check.
I mean, I would think so with a force empowered round. Does it do force damage or is it bludgeoning damage?
It's force damage. Talking about what I did, right?
No, for Pip.
Not until later levels.
Okay, up to you if you want to do it. Just ask him.
Hang on. Right here.
Yes.
Just keep playing, I'll figure it out.
It's your turn.
When I figure it out, then they
What are you trying to figure out?
If his attacks count as magical. Because that was EUA that I just read. No.
Okay. Alrighty, next up is Amon.
I'm gonna use Eldritch Blast against it. The wall.
Okay.
21 into 23.
The 23 will hit. I'm afraid the 21 is just not quite powerful enough.
Alrighty, I'm going to use my amulet and make my D10 roll a 10 because it can make any roll that I roll a 10. So that's going to be full damage of 16.
D20 roll. It's when it.
Oh fuck!
Sorry, nice.
I tried.
Nice thinking. I like this. I like the thought.
Does it work? Can you do that?
Yeah.
It's a 19 to hit.
19 misses, I'm afraid.
12. I almost got full anyway. You should have just gave it to me, basically.
Plus 12. The wall is looking seriously injured.
The dragon?
Lycaneth is looking woozy.
Less injured?
Kind of hard to say.
Alrighty. My turn's end. Back to Pixie.
Alright, if he's looking really bad, I'm gonna use light transference on him.
Oh, what's that do?
It hurts me to heal him.
He committed suicide. Here, have all my health. He committed suicide. Have all my health.
I literally suicided. I'm dead.
That was ironically funny.
48. Alright, so I take 16 damage, but I heal him 21.
21, okay.
Oh, no, I heal him twice the amount, so 16 times 2.
Jesus
32,
Christ!
But then an extra 5 because I'm life domain, so it counts as a heal.
Wow. He looks a lot healthier from that. Twice as much.
16 damage, so I'm hurt now.
Twice as much. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, yeah, he's looking a bit more revitalized now.
Yay! And then Twig's not gonna do anything because I don't want him to physically touch the dome with his hands.
Yep.
I don't trust that, so I'm just gonna have him stand there. Next one, Nyx.
Muted.
Nyax, you're muted.
Okay.
We need you! We need you!
I'm gonna do Shatter again.
Okay, go ahead.
14 again.
14. As you've all been impacting and doing damage to the exterior, the shell casing has been slowly sparking with long white lines, and as the thunderous effect of whatever it is that's rippling upwards has cascaded across this area, you can see these cracks are now starting to spiderweb, and they're reaching higher and higher, and where two of the cracks are now connected, a part of the dome seems to come tumbling down, impacting the sand, and beyond that is the cold of a dying star. It is like plummeting through the earth as the balance of the weave is now creeping in to try and reassert itself on this area. It's very close to breaking through. Or you breaking the construct, whichever way you would like to word it.
It's Sail's turn.
Sail! What would you like to do?
Okay, what do we see? It's not broken all the way, right?
Not quite, it's very close.
Okay, and I see a fallen star, right?
It's like that, yeah. You're seeing out into the fabric of reality as it's reasserting its authority on this magical domain.
Okay. Can I, alright, so first, I'm going to use my action to get to a good distance away from everyone and use pulse wave at the points where the cracks are about to meet.
Yep.
56. 26.
26. Would you like to describe how this construct, this dome of purple energy, shatters?
Heck yeah. So everyone hears like me doing like a kamehameha, and all they hear is like gears spinning and cogs turning, and then it just goes off into an explosion of brilliant white light, and everything like shatters like snowflakes.
Okay, and with that, you tumble endlessly, accelerating to nothing and speeding away from everything. You lose sight of one another in a void of blackness as screams of memories assault you. You hear things, you see things, you experience things that none of you understand. Pip, you see a family of people and you're a father looking proud at his son. Nyax, you're giving birth. Sael, you're being birthed at the same time as you're an old man being dropped into a coffin, watching his own remains be interred. It is beyond anything of understanding. And as you impact with whatever it is you impact, darkness consumes you, but you all take 26 points of psychic damage.
Oh, yeah. 26.
Bigsy's unconscious.
Psychic damage is not one of the things that can be absorbed, I'm afraid. Good thinking.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
I should have ate that fallen star.
Can each of you roll a d4, please?
Do I have to roll with disadvantage?
Nope. Just everyone roll a d4.
Can I give myself guidance?
Question. Do I roll one if Bigsy's unconscious?
I'm afraid that... Well, we'll see.
My last chrono shift. So
That's only on d20s, I'm afraid.
Damn.
Bigsy got a 3, Twig got a 1.
Okay. Did anyone else get a 1?
I got a 1.
Okay.
I got a 1 too.
Nyax also got a 1.
Pip?
4.
Okay.
3.
Nyax, Pigsy, and Amon. I'm going to quickly do
Seal
so.
too.
Sail as well, okay. Give me 1 second, I'm going to roll some dice.
It's at 27 points. Psychic damage, right?
26.
26.
Okay.
Okay. Proof? Pigsy, Nyax, so everyone who got the 1, you rise sometime later. And you all find yourself in a clearing. Kinda. It's a clearing ringed by trees, but you can see where the shifting sands lies beyond that ring of trees. You sort of recognize it as where you were teleported from.
Back from where we freaking... From before we even started, we're thrown back.
There's one exception to this, though. Watching protectively over you all is an adult purple dragon.
Oh.
What about everyone else?
You were all there, but you were still unconscious.
No, so it's...
Wait, the dragon's with us now?
Time that we're asleep.
He's not from our time.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Oh.
No, he's not. He's
No,
from
he
the
is.
past.
No, he is.
Yo, we just overturned time itself to bring a remnant from the past back to the future.
Can you fly us to the center of the forest so we don't have to walk?
This is going to have a major consequence.
I'm gonna look at the dragon and go, "You're not gonna attack us, are you?"
I owe you a
He's
life
staying
debt.
protectively over.
It would seem highly rude of me as a repayment.
Wait, what?
I owe you a life debt. It would seem highly rude of me to repay that with death of this kind.
Well, welcome
Welcome to our time, I guess.
Yeah, welcome to the future. This is where we teleported from where I was teleported from first, where you thought I was part of the Deathly Trio's army.
I apologize for my rash actions. Youth still has some hold on me, it would seem.
Yeah, so since I remember that Pigsy was down, I'm going to use my last healing potion on him.
So wait, Pigsy was unconscious?
Yes, Pigsy was unconscious.
Yeah, he was knocked unconscious.
Yeah, he's the one that popped up with the one.
As proof,
I don't know.
as proof with Jasmine, I keep the death saves. What did I roll?
You rolled a natural 20! So Pigsy was unconscious.
Pigsy was unconscious, but so if you rolled a 1, Pigsy, or either if Twig or Pigsy was down for the count, then obviously the nat 20 meant that they're not, and if you rolled a 1, then you wake up with everyone else.
But I'm still asleep.
You and Roland and whomever else got larger numbers are still unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I got a 3. So Pigsy's asleep, but I guess he's alive.
I imagine we're all cuddling together.
Right?
I was not able to rouse you. I'm not sure if it's an effect of the time that you were in effect, but I have a feeling that your consciousness may take some time to catch up to your bodies.
I feel like shit.
I agree. I'm not feeling too well.
Wait, does this mean that my kind of exhaustion will be gone because all slept?
No, not quite.
Can I try and rouse them?
Say again, sorry?
Yeah, can we
Can I try and rouse them?
I have already tried. As you reach over and start shaking them, the lights are on, but there is nobody home.
Right, put it down on things.
So
we can all
I
find
guess
the dragon now.
It took you an hour to rouse. Perhaps they will also take another hour or longer.
He's on our Pixie. He's on our team. We're not fighting the dragon.
No, I said fly.
Oh, I heard, but my thing ended up ending like it sounded like you were saying fight, and I'm like,
Well, you wait for. Did anyone get a 4? Nope. So you wait for 3 hours for the others to rise. And with that, we will end the session. Everyone is conscious, though some people are seriously hurt. Though you have, by some very lucky dice rolls, and some fortuitous unluckiness, and some good rolls and some good roleplay, you may have managed to earn yourself an adult dragon as an ally.
Sweet.
But we're going to end the session here. So we have 2 things to allocate to people. We have a DM, NPC. We have an NPC of the night, and we have a player of the night. So, where do people want to allocate their votes?
Dragon.
Not rolling. He's a coward.
Not Roland, not the storm.
Rolling for the fucking getting lost in the lights.
He didn't want to jump through and save Ed. He was like, no, I'm good. Oh, that's your girlfriend, whatever.
Definitely not Vaughn. He didn't even help look for Roland.
Yeah, I did.
I'm just looking like I'm looking.
I'm tired of you, Sia.
Why doesn't the DM get a vote?
Because
I'm sorry,
I don't think it's fair.
Something that should be said, but I'm kind of tired.
I feel like you should get a vote.
Well, who would Amon like to place his player of the night onto?
You know, I'm going to place it on. I'm going to place it on Nyax for sending in her bird to try and see the other side and everything.
Okay. Sayel, who would you like to place it upon? Obviously, it can be yourself.
I know. Hey, hold up. I wasn't gonna put it on myself anyways.
Okay.
And I can't put it on Chungus, what?
Yeah. Yeah, you can put it on Chungus.
Okay, Vic. I put it on Vic.
Okay. And what about the players? What about the players?
I gotta see what everyone did. So, Pip is a no. Naya is a no. God damn, all you guys are shitty.
Fuck you too.
I put it on Roland.
No, as in like it has to be a player.
I'll put it on Pigsby then.
Pigsby.
Pigsby.
Thank you.
Pigsby. Nyax.
I don't know. Come back to me. I'm dying.
Pigsby.
Black Chungus.
So put it on Sile.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. And Pip.
Who's that Black Chungus?
Another vote for Pigsy. So Nyax, you're the final vote. We've got 2 on Pigsy, 1 on you.
1 on Seal.
1 on Sile.
I'm sorry.
It's quite alright, take your time.
I'll do Pigsy.
Okay, so I think Pigsy's got this one. So, I hope you have very much enjoyed that. It ran a little bit because there was some really good things going on there. I didn't want to cut it off with another big dramatic cliffhanger. I think it's kind of unfair all the time. I want to have it as a bit of resolution from time to time. Don't expect it to be often because this was a bit long than expected. And with the constant issues with the headsets and such, we're going to need to consider doing something slightly differently. But thank you for joining us. As always, if you want to get in contact with us, please leave a mention in the chat, leave a thing in the comments, or get in touch with us at Play of the Night. That's Play of the Night with a K, Play of the K Night at gmail.com. We are looking forward to hearing from you. From me, I'm JC, and I think I speak for all of us when I say thank you very much for joining us, and see you next week. Goodbye.
Have a good night. I'm awesome.
And we are out.
playing that 1v1 we won, JC, with someone, and all of my attacks were doing 20 plus damage.